This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
It's happened again. I want to talk to you guys about foreign accent syndrome. Now, it sounds...
You love this stuff.
I love this.
I know.
Do you know the... Chrissie, do you know the Meatloaf story?
No.
When high school, he didn't have a voice at all, and in high school, he walked across the shot put pit.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Somebody threw a shot put into his head and knocked him out. When he woke up, he had his voice.
You're joking.
No, he woke up. Have a listen to this.
I got hit by a 12-pound shot at 62 feet, but I didn't nearly die. In fact, it didn't even knock me out. I could not sing a note before I got hit in the head with a shot put.
You are...
No, not true.
Swear to God.
And then just before...
I got hit in the left boob by a softball.
Right. And can your boob sing now?
All it did was make me go, ha, ha!
All right, that's where you got your vocals from.
Which was a better performance than Meatloaf at the AFL Grand Final.
In fact, I would have...
Oh, my God. Was
paid
that the Batmobile year?
No, that was Angry Anderson. Oh, hang on, we've got it here, Meatloaf.
Oh, my God.
yeah.
I wish I'd had another shot put to just whack at him at that stage.
I would have paid to see your breast sing before I paid to see that. Foreign accent syndrome can happen, and often it's from an aneurysm that you might have, or some sort of rare brain condition. Quite often it'll be an incident where you find yourself in hospital, comatose, and then you wake up and you don't sound anything like you did before. It's happened to a bloke in the US, and he's woken up, and I don't have audio for you, but his accent, he's from Utah, his accent is now British. So he sounds as though he's British. So I know you don't believe me, Ryan James, and that's why we always revert to our friend who is British as well. Now, she had an incident where she had an aneurysm. She woke up. She's an English woman, and all of a sudden, she sounds like she's Chinese. Now,
what does that sound like, Wippa?
Well, she's
Do
going.
that.
I won't do it because I haven't had the brain issue. But
But you could have a go.
No, I mean, it feels wrong to have a go, and I would never do that on live radio.
No.
But here's her trying to say the word battery.
Bat.
Bat.
Batter.
Butter.
Battery.
Battery.
Battery charger.
Battery charger.
So you can see there's a little bit of a roll there. She goes on to then talk about the restaurant she could work.
It wasn't until I was in the ambulance on the way to the hospital she actually said, "Are you aware of the way you're speaking?" And I said, "Oh, I sound like I have a slur." And she said, "No, you sound like you can work at a Chinese restaurant."
There's something untoward about this.
Is
Having
it
said
because
that-
you would like to get it when you're about 60 or 70? Wouldn't it be fun to have for at least 10 years of your life?
You cannot take her seriously. I'm sorry. And if it's an actual condition...
Imagine her trying to book a table at a Chinese restaurant. They'd hang up the phone immediately, but she can also sing Happy Birthday.
How da de do de, how da de do de, how da de do da de, how da de do do.
Oh, okay, so that's made up. I've got a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
One, does this explain Alec Baldwin's wife, Hilaria, also known as Hillary from, Michigan, suddenly saying things like, how you say cucumber in English?
Oh, it could, because there was another British woman that sounded French.
What?
She had a stroke.
Does she do that as a joke, Chrissie, or...?
No, you must watch the series.
Wow.
Yes, and she's called all her kids like Spanish names, even though she grew up in like Boston.
That's weird.
If you could have a stroke or an aneurysm or something and wake up with any sort of accent, what would it be?
Japanese.
Would you?
Yeah.
No,
What would that sound like, Whip?
Arigato.
No, that's... Oh, so you're speaking Japanese. You can no longer speak English.
Well,
the language of love, wouldn't you? French. You'd want to be French, wouldn't you, Swanee?
I'd like to be like, one of those angry Russians. I've got this fantastic Russian seamstress down the road.
Okay.
And she takes up my boys' shorts and all that sort of stuff.
And she yells, does she?
She's so angry all the time, and it's so refreshing to see someone so honestly angry. And even when she's happy, she sounds mad.
Yeah, okay.
And I would like that. I would be like, even if I'm just saying what's for dinner, I'd like to sound angry about
What
it.
would that
just
sound
for
like,
once.
Chrissie Swan?
She's not going to do it,
If you're
mate.
throwing it to me, I'm throwing it back to you.
What's for dinner?
There it is.
Clean up your rooms. I am very happy.
Thank you, Swanee.
Fits in Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.